Hello, everyone, and welcome to this ACTM session, Constructing a Trade and Industry Program with iCEV. I'm your host, John Andrus, Curriculum Executive here for the great states of Illinois, Missouri, Wisconsin, and Georgia. I'm a former CTE teacher, taught shop classes as well as agriculture education, and I believe that iCEV is an absolutely fantastic tool, no matter if you're a new teacher or a seasoned teacher. And I want to take just a moment to share a handful of different things that will be of tremendous value to you, including not only discussing how we bring in industry experts, whether you are a new or seasoned teacher, how we have some of the very best industry partnerships and some of the different student certification opportunities that are available on the iCEV platform, or whether you also teach ACTM and something else. We'll discuss that as well. And then we'll take a small turn and we will discuss, as I saw fit whenever I taught shop and as I travel around and I notice all of the different best practices that are happening, how to make more hands-on time for you as an educator, how to do less manual grading and rely more on student accounts to do that automatic grading and provide more free time for you individually. And of course, showcasing students' skills and a few other additional quick tips as well. And then of course, last but ultimately not least, how we here at iCEV are genuinely able to support you and want to help you in your profession and make sure that iCEV is the best possible teaching tool that it can be for you and your program and your students. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at my iCEV account that I'm going to pull up for you now. So as you can tell in front of us, we have many different courses that I've created here in iCEV over the past couple of weeks, really assisting teachers as they conclude one academic year and they prepare for the upcoming semester. And that's probably the number one thing that I want to maybe share with you right out of the gate, is that iCEV is a subscription-based service. You can watch whatever we've ever created on iCEV because it is a subscription, just like Netflix or Hulu. You're not paying for things by the course. Once you pay for a subscription, you can watch whatever you want to watch and make whatever you want to make, including all of the different things that we offer for architecture, construction, manufacturing, welding, small engines, and the like. And of course, we're very consistent here at iCEV. There's a lot of teachers who work for this company, and of course, we want to make things easy for you out in the field, and of course, easy for your students. And if we take a look at one lesson, you will see that one lesson is designed just like any other on the platform, and it's consistent from course to course and from lesson to lesson. So I want to take a look at a welding lesson to get us started on how we bring in industry experts to help you and really reinforce the content. So if I click underneath my courses on this welding class that I've already created, you can tell there's many different lessons to choose from. Everything from shop safety, introduction to metals, blueprints and symbols, field trips, of course, to, of course, arc welding and oxy-fuel, gas tungsten, many different components, all the way down to plasma and air carbon, arc cutting. But what I want to do is maybe take a look at this welding inspection and testing lesson where we can discuss how this lesson is designed and the expert presenter that we're bringing forth in the video content. As you can tell, we have our lesson title, our lesson plan here, student grade report, instructional materials, so all of your printable copies of student notes, assignments, and those things, and of course, your automatically graded materials, which we'll discuss in topic number 2. But right out of the gate, dead front and center is the star of the show, the iCEV presentation content, where not only is the video quality fantastic, but we've broken apart this video where Pete comes in, who is the program coordinator at South Plains College for the technology department. He's going to discuss all of the different components that we have on welding inspection, everything from weld joints and positions to code standards and specifications, defects, quality control, destructive testing, and so on. It's all broken apart into easily digestible chunks of information, not one long video. And it's really broken apart in your lesson plan by learning objective. So you really tackle one thing after another, and you're staggering the learning content so the students are watching one thing, then doing, then watching again, learning and doing over and over. And it's staggered in a way that builds upon great knowledge. But most importantly, you're learning along with the experts. So if you're not the best welder and you're just a first-year teacher, you can learn along with the experts. If you're a seasoned teacher, you're learning from people who are coming directly from industry and know exactly what's happening, what's most current, what's most recent. So that's something that I really wanted to emphasize as we bring in our industry professionals to discuss that content. And then, of course, if we take just a step back and we think about not only our industry experts, but our industry partnerships that we've developed here through iCEV and the industry student certifications that are available on iCEV as a testing platform, we have a variety of different certifications available, including one through the Equipment and Engine Training Council, who is really the leading authority for all things equipment and small engines. So if we take a look at our small engine technology certification, we discuss everything from four-stroke engine component theory, fuel systems, electrical systems, of course, small engine parts, disassembly, assembly, troubleshooting, repair, service, and maintenance. And once again, we are bringing in that industry expert for our certifications as well. So as you can tell here, not only are we bringing in, of course, iCEV is doing all of the support materials, all of our printables, all of our different assignments available, but Kohler, we're going to be working with Kohler and EETC in this video. And of course, who is our industry expert that's going to be providing all of this wonderful content for both you and your students? Well, none other than the legendary Scott Mack, who is the wonderful senior training specialist at Kohler Engines. And so again, it doesn't matter what area you're learning: manufacturing, architecture, small engines, construction. We're going to bring an expert in to assist you. But what if you teach beyond architecture, construction, transportation, or manufacturing, and you teach a little bit of business? Something that a lot of shop teachers are doing nowadays. Well, remember, we have more than 55,000 minutes of edited video content. So even if you teach technical education and beyond technical education, we do have business components in here as well. STEM is in here as well. Social media marketing, in case you're building dog houses in your construction class and you want to turn around and have the students sell them. And you want to promote that on social media. There's a variety of different tools and lessons available for you, including other certifications such as essential skills and communication skills, whether that's the Southwest Airlines Professional Communication Certification or the Express Employment Professionals Career Preparedness Certification, or our Home Builders Residential Construction Certification through the state of Alabama. We have a variety of different certifications and courses available through the ACTM pathway. So I want to maybe take just a quick moment to reiterate what I had mentioned earlier, that not only am I going to discuss some of the intro points for technical education on iCEV, but of course our best practices as well, including how to create more hands-on time for you as an instructor to be out in the shop, inside of the classroom, and having those students engage in more hands-on materials and activities, how to use less manual grading and rely more on the automatically graded features that save everyone time and stress, and then of course how to showcase some of those student skills, additional quick tips that I've picked up along the way. And so let's just dive right on in. So what we'll do now is take a look at the construction lesson, which is one of the areas that I taught as a former CTE teacher. As we take a look at construction technology, one thing that I would mention is we do build a house from the ground up in our installation series. Everything from the joists to the framing, drywall, electrical, HVAC included. It is a wonderful, wonderful series, one of my absolute favorites. As we take a look at the framing lesson, how can we take an iCEV lesson and make sure that the students have more time in class to build a wall, to work on a model, to do things that are more hands-on and engaging? One of the ways that I picked up in a best practice that I think is very unique is incorporating something called the flipped classroom method, which is having students watch this expert presentation content at home for homework or during the study hall, and then having them do those components or those things that were discussed in the video in the shop or in the classroom. So for example, let's say that in this video that we're discussing right here, which is installation framing, we've already discussed the introduction, we've already gone through lumber basics, but let's say that we're talking about framing member buildup, the actual parts of the wall. Well, here, Randy is going to come in, he's our expert on this video series, and discuss the different parts of the wall. And our graphics team will discuss with your students what a stud is, what a sole plate, a top plate is, corner, all of those different components, king stud and the like. And so they could watch this video at home, or they could even watch it before you want them to go out into the shop, and you have all of the materials ready and they know what they're supposed to be building before they even come out and step foot in your shop. So that's one way that you might be able to save a little bit of time. And of course, all of the student notes are automatically graded with these videos. So if we take a look at the estimating roof framing materials or framing and roofing identification, does this look familiar? Here we can come in and we can identify exactly which one of these letters is these various components. So corner, stud, and then I'll get one wrong just for fun. So we'll call that one the sole plate, even though it is not. And students will go through this assignment. Student notes are obviously included as well, as I mentioned, vocabulary, quick quizzes, and then they get a feedback report as well. In another session for CTE Inspired, you might have already learned that this always syncs to Google Classroom so smoothly. We also incorporate into other learning management systems as well, like Schoology and Canvas. And students would get instantaneous feedback. And so they know the different parts of the wall if you want them to come out and actually build a part of a wall as discussed in the video series. So right here, we did framing member buildup. And then in video segment number 6, we actually bring students out and we discuss the blueprints and of course, the tips and tricks on actually framing the wall. So again, staggering the learning, very easy to just come in, watch along with the video experts, let the student automatically graded assessments do a lot of the heavy lifting for you. And then of course, how do you showcase those student skills? Well, underneath instructional materials, you also have all of the projects and activities. So not only do you have an automatically graded version, but you still have a printable version if you like creating notebooks for your students. You have a printable version of those assignments, and of course, projects as well, student handouts. And then of course, they are able to actually showcase their skills with the different projects that we have available on iCEV, including teacher instruction sheets as well. So what are some other quick and important tips that I can showcase for you? Again, we've talked a little bit about how to create more hands-on time, how to grade less on paper, more on automatically graded student accounts, and syncing those to learning management systems. Then, of course, showcasing student skills with activities, printable, and of course, projects as well. But here are some other things that I can showcase to you. Quick tips. Each one of these lessons actually includes a career interview as well. So if you have trouble bringing in a guest speaker, here's a backup plan for you. You always have that available. Each one of your lesson plans also has lesson links to external sources in case you have a little bit of writer's block whenever you're writing your own lesson plans. There are some external links that provide additional content to go above and beyond for your students, as well as how this syncs to career and technical student organizations, all of your CTSOs, including Skills USA, National FFA organization, and so on. And then, of course, one of my number one tips and tricks that I can show any one of the teachers that I deal with, no matter the pathway area, is how to quickly customize a course and search correctly. So if there's one thing that I can really showcase to you is that we have a lot of expert industry-driven content here on iCEV, but most importantly, how to navigate that massive sea of curriculum in an efficient way. So over here on the right-hand side are all of the lessons inside of that construction class that we looked at earlier, including building the house from the ground up in the installation series. On the left-hand side, we have a search bar. And as many of my Georgia clients would say, this search bar ain't Google. You can search by keyword relatively easy, but my preferred method of searching is actually to browse by subject area. So if I click on browse by subject, you can see how this is broken down by agriculture science area, by, of course, family and consumer science, if you have other teachers who think that iCEV might be a good fit for. Business, of course, as we mentioned earlier, you might want to have them take photos of their projects. We have photography lessons in here, social media marketing, developing a business plan, career exploration content, and of course, ACTM as well. All of the different areas are broken down by those subclusters, those CTE subclusters. So that is one of the easiest ways to search for your lessons. And then, of course, one of the main things that I can tell you, and the final thing, is that we are here at iCEV to support you. We truly believe in your success because if you succeed, we succeed, and we love to collaborate with our teachers. So here are a couple of things that should be able to help you very, very efficiently as you move forward. First and foremost, if you go to our homepage, I would recommend bookmarking our homepage just like I did, which is www.icevonline.com. And there's a couple of ways to get a hold of us very quickly, including a contact us button in the top right-hand corner. In 2019, we did win a customer support award. Out of thousands of small businesses, we did rank number one. We were very, very proud of that customer support award, and we hold that as a badge of honor. And remember that you can not only reach our office at a toll-free number here, but you can also email us as well and contact us over here on the left-hand form. I like to talk to people. Of course, some people like to email. That's perfectly fine as well. But I think that nothing beats a true face-to-face handshake. And that's why I wanted to show you this Find Your Local Consultant button. If you click on Find Your Local Consultant, and let's say that you were in the great state of Illinois, you could click on my wonderful face here, and you will notice not only my biography, but of course my cell phone number. So you could call me, I would come visit you, and I would be glad to come visit you in your program and provide plenty of insight on how I think iCEV can best help your specific classes in your program. But of course, here's also a way to schedule an online development session with me. If it's just a quick troubleshoot, or if you just wanted to do a virtual meeting, we can do that as well. So we're very flexible, and most importantly, we are here to support you. And of course, if you need to request a quote or anything like that, here are many other quick, helpful links in our bottom area of our main icevonline.com webpage. That being said, we're going to roll on into a quick question and answer segment, but it was a pleasure getting to talk with you over the past 20 minutes. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you.